Welcome back, employees. I am doing two important crafts right now. I'm crafting an LUV circuit assembler, which will allow me to start on the crystal series of circuits, which in turn will allow me to make the multi-block circuit assembler, which is the goal. And I'm making a couple of large plasma turbines. I'm making 4 for now, but I may scale this up if I need to. Once those two things are done, I'm pretty happy to enter ZPM. In ZPM, my goal will be to make, first of all, some trinium coils, and second of all, a research station, which also means ZPM parts and ZPM energy hatch. I guess I could tier skip, but I don't want to. In fact, I'm gonna have to do that before I can make the multi-block circuit assembler, because I need a research station in order to make my first UV tier circuit, the crystal processor mainframe, which is required for the circuit assembler multi. All this to say, I'm making that multi today. Now I found that 3 turbines is the most that I can handle because the math I did was wrong somehow. So I'm actually going to just take down the 3 unused turbines and reuse these rotors. And I'm going to put 3 of the plasma turbines here and probably just a 4th one on top or something. This minimizes the amount of rewiring I have to do, so that's kind of nice. Well, let's do it. Easily replaced, but slight issue. I decided not to do math here, and I decided to just set it up and see how much I need. And it's almost 82,000 EU per tick. So that means this dynamo isn't big enough. And it also means this cable isn't big enough. And this is super duper cramped. So I am just going to do this correctly. I'm being a bit lazy here, and I shouldn't. I'm just going to extend out the floor and make a nice wall of turbines. Yeah, that's better. This is better. And now, let's enter ZPM. Machine hulls are made of vanadium gallium cables and naquata alloy plates, which are made of naquata, iridium, osmium, and trinium. The components, of course, need to be scanned so I can build them in an assembly line. And they're made of samarium, osmiridium, ouch, and europium, and vanadium gallium. Now, I haven't made any europium yet, but this shouldn't be too bad. You get europium through fusion. So you look at liquid europium, it's made in a Mark I fusion reactor. It's pretty damn slow, but this is made with liquid neodymium and hydrogen gas. Similar to the helium plasma, I'm going to batch craft large quantities of liquid europium. And while that is building up, I'm also going to make my trinium coils. And while all of that is happening, I'm going to work on getting neutronium, cosmic neutronium specifically. So I have occasionally been checking in on the ender chest and dumping everything into storage, and I have 13,000 piles of neutrons. I did set up a quick little extraction system here, so there's another 1.6k neutrons in here. Getting to the 22,000 or whatever that I need for the infinity chicken should be no problem. In fact, I feel confident enough to make some neutronium to use for other stuff, so I do want to do this. To make neutronium ingots though, I need an implosion compressor. And I don't really want to make TNT, so I'm going to make an electric implosion compressor. This is doable now, and so I will do it. It's a pretty chill structure too. The controller is the most expensive part, the rest is just a bunch of tungsten steel basically, and some tempered glass, which is glass. And with this, I don't need TNT, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to get that going. This doesn't look good. It's not imploding. Does it actually need the TNT? If it does, what is the point of the electric implosion compressor over the regular implosion compressor? Well, to confirm, it does use TNT. And that is ridiculous. There is absolutely no reason to make an electric implosion compressor. Absolutely no reason. What a waste. Regardless, here's the first cosmic neutronium block. Another endgame quest done. There's probably a few I could just bang out right now. Anyway, I'm also gonna make an infinity catalyst, or few. Oh hey, I get some wetwares from this. Ooh, maybe I can do something with these. But I'm pretty sure I can actually make the infinity catalyst right now, so let me gather everything that's required, and then we can do this. Oh wait, primordial pearls. Really? No way you want me to do this. Is this real? I need 1 primordial pearl. Holy shit, for each advanced alchemical construct. Hopefully it's not consumed, but it might be. Okay, I'll make 1 and I'll look into it, but I need these for infinity catalysts. God, I really hope it's not consumed. Making one Prim Pearl each would suck. Alright, well, to make a Primordial Pearl, I need Ethereal Slates, which are made in a tier 5 Blood Altar. And at this point, I may as well max out my Blood Altar. So, I need to make some Pharaoh's Beacons. This is pretty easy. Nether Star, Terra Steel, Vintium. Then I can make my Ethereal Slates, and then I can make my Crystal Clusters, which are also easy. Especially now that I can get these different crystals by centrifuging vitrified sand. So this is super easy to get now. Alright, let's max this thing out. Ooh. Whole chapter done. Oh, every single quest too. Nice. Oh yeah, max tier Blood Altar. Alright, let's get this Primordial Pearl infusion going. This is a dangerous, whatever that means, level infusion, and the pedestals can't be balanced because there are 13 inputs, meaning one of them is going to be unbalanced. Because of course it is. Well, let's do this. Success. Barely. Look at my health. Okay, moment of truth. Please don't let this be consumed. No, it is consumed. No. Is this real? Is this a real recipe that is made by real humans? Because requiring a whole Primordial Pearl for every single Infinity Catalyst is kind of ridiculous. Because each one only gets me 4 Infinity Ingots. That's it. So I'm gonna need a lot of pearls. That is tremendously annoying. Luckily they're cheap. They're just annoying. Now let me get the rest of the stuff. Oh, I took down the projectors. I'll set these back up. And I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff for the Infinity Catalyst. In other news, Europium is coming along. Kind of slowly, but it's coming. This is like another 4 hours, 5 hours of waiting. I did make a pretty big batch though. Okay, let's try this out. Hello? Oh. Weird missing texture, but there's a shadow situation. Well, no refunds, so genuinely every single Infinity Catalyst is an entire Primordial Pearl. Wow. Well, I have my first 4 wetware mainframes from a quest reward. Doesn't really count. Luckily though, I don't need Infinity Catalysts forever, because I can get Molten Infinity from melting Infinity Eggs. So I just need to make enough Infinity to get an Infinity Egg, which means Infinity Chicken, which means, let's see, 4 blocks of Infinity. So that is 9 Catalyst, and the Chaos Shard, which to some extent means the entire Infinity set, which is another 45 ingots, plus 72, plus 63, plus 0 for the boots. So that's 180 so far, and one of the weapons. Sword of the Cosmos is another 27. So 207 Infinity Ingots. I could try and do the Chaos Guardian fight with the Mantle of Stars, because it does give me Chaos Immunity, and it's pretty easy to make. Maybe it's worth a shot. It's probably going to take longer, but if I can just survive the Guardian and go get the Shard... Wait, do I have to kill the Guardian? I might have to kill the Guardian. I don't know if the Guardian does any type of damage besides Chaos, but if it does, I'm probably screwed. I'll try it out. Currently crafting the Mantle of Stars, and the way this works is I need to place these spectral relays around, and as it's crafting, it's going to request certain items, which I need to place on them. Also, by the way, I needed to move this collector crystal to get enough starlight to even do this. But once all of these are placed, this craft should complete pretty soon, I hope. And then I'll have my Mantle of Stars. Here it is. Cool. Now it does take the chest spot. Oh, what does it look like? That's pretty cool. But it does take the chest spot, which means no more flight. So I can't really do the Chaos Guardian fight without flight. I don't think that's gonna end well. So I guess I'm just gonna, you know, do a ton of infusions. Oh god. I might quit the pack at this point. No, I'm kidding. I'll do it. It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it. I'm just missing... Oh, that's a lot of slate. This is kind of just a waiting game, to be honest. Also resonating gems. Ouch. Dragonstone. Oh, I gotta open the portal again. Yikes. Big yikes. But it's doable. It's doable, but it is one big fat yikes. I guess while these things happen, I can focus on some more tech, like getting into ZPM finally. Very cool. The ZPM superconductor, by the way, is Draconium. I think I'm going to continue to use TerraSteel and just transform, because I cannot power my entire base at ZPM. That is not happening right now. Now to make the ZPM energy hatch, I need to make a ZPM assembler, and if I'm going to make a ZPM assembler, I may as well bang out this, I was going to call it batch crafting quest, but I just need to make one of each thing. I'm also going to do the circuits because, you know, why not? And while we're at it, I'm going to make a data bank. The data bank basically lets me use more than 9 data sticks with one assembly line. And that would be pretty nice because I already have 10 data sticks and I have to juggle one. So this means I need to make optical data reception and transmission hatches. I need to make the data bank itself, which is easy. This is actually fine. The scan for this is a data access hatch, and all the materials that go in are pretty cheap. I've also made another scanner, an LUV scanner. This is going to be scanned itself for the research station. The research station is going to be used for more advanced scans later on, but I figured I may as well get a head start on this. We scanning. Whoa, wacky sound effect. Kinda cool. I can see this getting annoying really quick though. My cats would love this. Anyway, I think this is receiving data now. I have the optical fiber cable going from the transmission here, yeah, to the reception. Yep, this should be working. And I made a couple of data access hatches, and I have space for more data sticks. Okay, this is already annoying. Silence. Now let's make these ZPM parts. And assembler. Now I just need to do one craft in here, basically. The coils. And then I can make a ZPM energy hatch, and then I can do everything in the multi again. You may have noticed I have some peculiar items in my inventory. I thought about it some more, and more than just think about it, I tried patterning and requesting 60 infinity catalyst, which is what I would have needed. This is not okay. 30 million sulfuric acid, 29 million toluene, 2,000 empowered diamantine crystals. I am not doing that because I have to do this by hand, basically. And that is a lot of mana. This is not worth it. Anyway, just to reiterate how ridiculous this would have been, another 69,000 neutrons, 118 resonating gems, that's actually okay. Almost 300,000 sugarcane. Oh my god. I could cut this out by just fluid solidifying the toluene, but then the toluene cost goes up even more. 116 slates, that hurts. And really the problem is the electric implosion compressor needing TNT, because that's a lot of TNT. That is way too much TNT. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to make myself an angel ring, which gives me creative flight. And I'm going to make myself a creative mill so I can actually use it. This is actually pretty cheap at this point. And I am actually going to use my Mantle of Stars. This way I can take off the chest plate, I can put this on, I can still fly with the ring, it's a bauble. And I'm going to hope and pray that I can kill the Chaos Guardian. Because if I can, I'm fairly certain I only need 5 Chaos Shards in total. Less, actually. I'm pretty sure I only need 3. And if that is the case, then 1 Chaos Guardian is going to be enough for me to finish the game. I think it's a worthwhile risk. Plus the creative flight will just be nice to have in general. Okay, unstable ingot. A classic. Ow. I wonder if the bug exists in this version where if I shift click it, it's safe. Nope. Alright, we'll do it the stinky way. Cool. Oh my. Do I even need this? A dragon egg mill? This one's the creative one. Sure, I guess. I guess I'll put down the dragon egg one here. I probably need a dragon egg. I do have an extra one. So, cool. That's 500 grid power. And yeah, angel ring works. This is great. I'm going to use the creative mill in the end. Is there a range on this? Or is grid power just dimension wide? I have no idea. But I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to kill this Chaos Guardian. It's going to unlock so much for me. Actually, before we go, let's kind of get everything we can, right? So I'm going to make a Draconic Bow. I'm going to make a Draconic Staff of Power. I may as well make the sword. I'm going to make armor, except for the the chest, though at this point, I don't know, do I need the Mantle of the Stars, or am I better off with the Draconic chestplate? I have no idea. But I'm gonna make everything else, including probably the Infinity Boots, because they're kind of cheap. They're kind of very cheap. This does mean, though, that I need Awakened Draconium blocks, which in turn means I need a bunch of Dragon Hearts. Luckily, these are easy to get. I can go to Aurelia and kill a bunch of dragons, and then convert their hearts into Draconic Evolution Dragon Hearts. This needs a tier 6 Blood Altar, which I have now, so this should be pretty easy. And that's basically everything that goes into these armor pieces. It's just Awakened Draconium, an Awakened Core, and a Draconic Energy Core. And the Wyvern pieces. And the Wyvern pieces are super cheap. Wyvern cores are chill, Iridium, Tungsten Steel, Living Chestplate, or Living Armor. This is so free. As for the Awakened Core, bit more pricey because it needs the Awakened Draconium ingots, but I'll survive. Similar thing with the Draconic Energy Core. This needs the Wyvern Energy Core, which is mildly annoying but not totally impossible. So it's going to be expensive, but I think it is going to be worth it. This is yuck, but this is okay. I can do this. Okay, I will see you when I am fully prepped for this Chaos Guardian fight.